What up, YouTube? It's your boy Darius. I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're hearing me, and I really appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to your boy. Leave a like. If you guys have any recommendation, leave in the comment section. I'll get to it as soon as possible. But today, this video will go to my opinion channel and my thoughts, and I really have something to say about this. The other day, it was the 30th anniversary of the LA riots, and it's like, this is a subject that always been interesting to me. Especially me being an LA boy, born and raised here. When LA riots happened on April 29, 1992, I was only 3 years old, going on 4 in that August. So I don't have any recollection on what happened on that particular fateful day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know about Rodney King. I seen a video. And yeah, the cops took it way too far. And anyone who don't think so, you guys should, just haven't watched the video, because the cops definitely had went too far. Do you really need to whoop a guy's ass 70 times? You know what I'm saying? That was 4 police officers, who whooped his ass 70 times. I know one of them was found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? Even EGE had stood up for that particular police officer, but the other 3, they deserve. Yeah, they were just assholes, man. They were just, what I'm saying, and it's just, and for them to not say they were found not guilty, that was some BS. That really was. How could, there literally was a videotape of a black African American gentleman getting his ass whooped by 4 police officers, and the jury had the nerve to not find him not guilty. Had the nerve to find him not guilty. What were they watching? I know sometimes with the field, Rodney King got up, you know what I'm saying, but still though, how many times? 70 freaking times, with a baton and everything. You know what I'm saying? And and you know what? These, one thing I learned from my dad is that things like this happened. It happened, especially in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Even NWA, they say, these things happen. So, what made Rodney King so different was that a white gentleman named George Holliday, he recently passed away last year of COVID. But 1991, he had a camcorder able to record the entire beating. You know what I'm saying? He would record everything. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as it was over, he sent it to the news station. So when that happened, that really showed what a corrupt, racist piece of crap the LAPD were and still are to this day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What that guy named Daryl Gates? Yeah, Daryl Gates was definitely a racist piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? So he could go F himself. I know he dead and everything, but he could go F himself. I try not to use profanity, cause I want to show this to my mom. But, so it's so that's what happened. And then, it took a year. What really was supposed to happen was that the trial was originally supposed to take place, in downtown. But of course they feared that they won't get a fair jury in downtown LA. Which I find that to be BS. They still greatly that there are people here in LA who probably would still provide a fair trial. You get what I'm saying? But what they did, they moved it all the way to Simi Valley, in Ventura County. Now Ventura County, here from LA County, and not too far. You can hop on a 405, then you can take and then when you get past UCLA, when you get past certain area, you can turn on the 101 and 101 freeway, and then you'll be in a Ventura County in no time. I did have a few friends from Ventura County, but they moved to the Simi Valley in Ventura County. And in that place, there was nothing but white folk. As a matter of fact, the juror, there was only 10 white people, 1 Hispanic and 1 Asian. There was no African Americans. Where were the African Americans at? How can you not? I cannot. I'm pretty sure there were black people living in semi Filey, and not semi Filey, then definitely in Ventura County. You get what I'm saying? But they moved to semi Filey, and for whatever reason, they found the cop not guilty. They really did. So, of course, everyone would piss off. Black people would piss off, obviously. White people, even the Asian people would piss off. Hispanic people would piss off. We see the people, like, when they announced the verdict, you see white people that would really piss off. They were. Of course, no one were more pissed off than African American community. But see that would went wrong. Well, that would went wrong because a lot of black people, they already knew what's going to happen. My mom would start to work at the news shop at the VA hospital. She still worked there, and 30 years later, by the way. She had to start working there, and then she told me that when she got out, she was talking to a coworker, and she told me that an older African American gentleman pulled up to her and told her go home right now. They just found no cops not guilty, and my mom was like, "Oh crap." You know what I'm saying? My dad was working at the paramedic, so he would tell me while they were riding, while you ride around, he saw people riding, looting, and stores on fire and everything. It really puts things in perspective. It's like I wish I was old enough to know what happened. I wish I was. I hate the fact that I was only a toddler when it happened. You know what I'm saying? I wish it never happened at all. About which I could tell you where I was when it happened. It's just like 9/11. I can easily tell you where I was when it happened. And LA White, I can't tell you because I was only a toddler. You know what I'm saying? But then writing, looting, and just pulling out innocent civilians, that was the wrong thing to do. That really was. You know what I'm saying? Especially over there at Normandy and Florence. Yeah, Florence and Normandy. I actually been to Florence and Normandy too. That's the A trade neighborhood, by the way. But the riot actually started around Florence and Normandy. You know what I'm saying? When that happened, they pulled out several civilians, especially those several white civilians. They just kicked their ass. And the one person they pulled out, Reginald Denny. You know what I'm saying? They really did some brutal to him. Brutal things doing bricks to his head and everything, and they're kicking him and everything. It's just when you see that, it's they were wrong too. Because Reginald Denny did not deserve that at all. But now did Rodney King. And see, that's one thing I noticed that a lot of white ring conservatives, basically a lot of white folks, they always have show sympathy toward Reginald Denny. I mean, you should show sympathy toward Reginald Denny because he did nothing wrong. But neither did Rodney King. Rodney King didn't do anything wrong, too. Even if Rodney King was a criminal, they still do not justify getting his ass whooped 70 times by the cops. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then the worst part of the LA riots was that they burned down all the local businesses, all the black-owned businesses, all the local businesses. Where if you really were pissed off, you guys should go to places like Beverly Hills, or go to Westwood, or go to these fancy places that have more money, or have more things. You should riot and loot and go to all that places. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuck rioting all the your own neighborhood. Go to the other places. If you're really that pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Because the people who own those mom and pop stores, you know what I'm saying, they're not your enemy. They never were. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people want to bring up the Koreans. You know what I'm saying? But the Koreans, they really were racist toward African Americans at the time. And I don't want to bash Korean because I have I have friends who are Koreans, and they are great. Korean people are great people. They really are. They're hardworking and everything. My eye doctor is a Korean. She's a Korean lady, and she is incredible. And she really is. But at the time, there were a lot of Korean people. A lot of them, not all Korean people. I don't want to say this is not every Koreans, but there are plenty of Korean people who are racist toward African Americans. You know what I'm saying? They open stores in an African American neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And instead of helping them, they look at them like sideways, and make racial slurs to them and everything. It makes you think, why would you open open your stores up in an African American neighborhood if you don't like African Americans? Again, this is not every Korean people. This is toward those who are really racist toward. Just like what happened with Latasha Harlan. You know what I'm saying? Latasha Harlan went to the store on 90th Street, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But she went to the store and she had known to the store. She known to the store owner. You know what I'm saying? She had no negative relationship with anything. So what she usually used to do was she'd get up orange juice or any kind of juice that she'll put in her backpack, and what she does with her money, she'll go to the store, front of the store, and she'll pay. You know what I'm saying? But on that fateful day, when she got killed, what happened was the store owner, him and his son had to go in the back, to pick up more stocks, more food and everything, and hang it up. So Latasha Harlan, what she usually do, grab a bottle of orange juice, put it in her backpack, and go to the store like she usually do. Had $2 in her hand, but the person in the counter were not the normal store owner. It was his wife. You know what I'm saying? And his wife, she saw that and she thought she was stealing. Now let me ask you something. If you were going to steal, will you go to the counter with the money in your hand, or we should bunked out the store? That Latasha Harlan did not have any intention to steal. You know what I'm saying? She actually had money in her hand, and so her intent was to pay. So, but she didn't see that, so she grabbed a backpack thinking she was going to steal. I understand that story with robberies, they had drug addicts and things like that. But that's why you don't judge everyone. That's why you don't judge everyone just because of an action of the few. You know what I'm saying? So when she grabbed the backpack, Latasha Harlan, she fought back. Punch her in the eye. We cause her get a black eye. And then after everything would happen, Latasha Harlan, she let the orange juice there, grab her backpack, and she started walking out. And that when Sundar Hugh, I think that I pronounced the name right. That when she shot her in the back of the head, and she still had the $2 in her head. You know what I'm saying? There were witnesses there that said that Latasha had intent to pay. Even a police officer had said she had intent to pay. She had $2 in her hand. You know what I'm saying? And there was even a video camera that showed this. So when that went on trial, the jury saw that, and they found son, what's her name is, they found her guilty. You know what I'm saying? And they recommend her a manslaughter. They found her guilty of manslaughter. So and they say, hey, we would like to give her 16 years of manslaughter. And mind you, this was 1991, so 16 years, she would have been out already. So they did the charge of 22, she would have been out already. But no, the judge, Joyce Carlin, whatever her name is, that white judge, she say, no, this is not the time to be angry. This is not the time to be. So she sent her probation. How you gonna send her probation when she murdered a child? At work, that second degree murder. You know what I'm saying? She should have got the whole 16 years. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of African Americans that had resentment toward the Korean community. You know what I'm saying? And even the Korean community admitted that, we took African Americans for granted. You guys get what I'm saying? It's I lost a train of thought. But what I was saying is that, they took, even the Koreans said they took African American. So of course they start building that relationship. And I'm happy to say that the Korean community and the African American community, the relationship have improved. But as far as the LA riots go, it's sad because $1 billion damages, all the mom and pop stores, that many of them never reopened. You know what I'm saying? I was young enough to remember, the aftermath of the riots, but I'm not young, but I wasn't young enough. I wasn't old enough to remember the actual riots itself. Like, I remember seeing buildings, like, burnt out buildings, even for years to come. Like, let's say this is like 1995. There was still, like, burnt out buildings and everything. It's just, and it's just sad, like, now, with South Central, we see the things that being simplified, like, all the mom and pop store, they're being transferred to, like, Starbucks and things like that, AutoZone. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just sad, like, it's just really, it's sad at how everything goes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that 30 years, that whole something like this never happens ever again. You know what I'm saying? Well, and what's sad about this is that police brutality is worse than ever. You know what I'm saying? Not just here in LA, but all across America. You know what I'm saying? You see things like Eric Garner, George Floyd, and so many things. I want to say Trayvon Martin, but no, Trayvon Martin was killed by the police. That's why I wear the Black Lives Matter shirt, because Black Lives Matter even back in 1992. Black Lives Matter even today in 2022. Black Lives Matter forever. If this guy pissed you off, if this shirt pissed you off, I'm sorry, but that's on you. That's not on me. You know what I'm saying? But now with that being said, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think? What do you guys take on the LA riots? Have these gotten better or have these gotten worse? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your thoughts and opinion on it as well. So leave it in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe to your boy and leave a like. You can check out my previous video down here. Peace, love, and rock.